Alright, BobalosRex here. We're talking about the fishing derby. So, if you don't know what the Mereldar fishing derby is, I'm gonna tell you. So, it's basically a once a day, well, it's a once a week, but it's on one day, Saturday. So, every Saturday. Alright. It's a fishing competition that happens right here in Hollowfall, right outside Mereldar, and it even pops up on your map. All right, and it's basically a quest you do where you go fishing. All right. Now I'm going to explain more of how it works, but one of the cool parts is this NPC also can train you in fishing, and you can do this on alts now, and they've updated the rewards here. You can basically see it here. So as you can see, they've updated the rewards for this quest yet again, because they've been changing this. So it used to be first time you did it, you got 25 derby marks, and then after it, you got nothing. Then they changed it to basically like 3 per character. And now they finally updated it, what I'm thinking is the final time, where you get 10 every time you do it on your account. So I did it on my Demon Hunter, got 10. Now I can do this quest again, the Fishing Derby, on my Rogue, and get 10 again. Now my Demon Hunter's got a lot of fishing, so he's good. You also get a choice between 2 of each of these items, the Angler Thread, which increases your fishing line. The new fishing line for fishing and all that, I'm gonna have a fishing specific guide if y'all want. This one is just about this event though, but you basically use these to increase your fishing past 300. These journal entries help you skill up your fishing, and it is account wide, all right? But you can actually do this quest at fishing level 1. And that's what I'm doing on this tune. So what happens is you get a buff that lasts an hour, and it even shows up in the quest here. You know, just have it as the only one so you can see. As you can see, and then it has me catch fish. Now, since I only have one fishing in normal waters ain't gonna be very efficient for me. So what I would do is just fly around and fish in all the schools, and I have an hour to catch the trophy fish to get 10. And that would be the biggest infusion outright. You just catch 3 fish that you need. And the best part about fishing in Kazalgar is as you catch fish, it shows you where you catch the fish. Alright? So once you've done this on a tune and you've caught fish before, you'll basically know where to fish from then on. Alright, there we go. I was like, why can't I find any pools? So you basically go around and fish in all the unique pools. And the way this buff and this quest work... There's my fishing. So I'm going to fish in this pool. So I'm guaranteed to catch. Okay? Because if I just fished in Hollowfall, I would catch trash. Because I'm lower level fishing. But if you fish in a pool, you're guaranteed to get a fish from that pool. Alright? Did I miss it? Here, I do want to show you one thing about how this works. So I'm looking for these 3 specific fish, but every time you catch a unique fish, you get a mark while you have the buff going. There we go. See? There we go. I got the Dilly Dally Days, which is for the... It completed the whole quest? What? Bug. Alright, but as you can see, I caught the fish. I should technically have had to catch all 3. Which, like I said, I would do by just fishing in all the schools. If this was the first time I was doing this, okay, so what you're missing is my chat log. So, how this is supposed to work, or at least on the first tune you do for a week, or for the quest for the week, when you catch a new fish, so say I haven't caught a dilly dace with this buff, right? When I caught a dilly dally dace, I would also get a Mereldar fishing token as well. Alright? And then when I caught a nibbling minnow, the first one of the week, I would get another one. But it seems like that the fish catching token is now weekly, but the quests now are not weekly, but account wide. But the quest now gives you 10 tokens per alt. So if you really want to farm tokens, what you would do is you would get on your alts, catch a couple of fish, and you can then transfer the tokens to your main. Here, I'm going to transfer it to my main here. Or, well, I'll transfer it over here. Boom. So now I have 83 in total. Alright? And now let's talk about what you want to do with Mereldar fishing tokens. So let's pull up the vendor. So, this vendor is only up on Saturdays. And by Saturdays, I mean these NPCs are only here at midnight. It starts at midnight Friday night, and it goes till midnight Saturday night. Alright? Server time. Or, I guess it would be Pacific time. So, if you're East Coast, 3 a.m. Alright? And then these people go poof. Alright? But now let's see what we can get from this vendor here. Alright? So, the big major reward is this. For 500 derby marks. Which means you need to run 50 tunes 1 week. Boom. You can get this, if you look up here, you can get this at 70. So any of your alts now, just head on over, fish for a little bit. And maybe you'll get the same bug I did, where you catch 1 trophy fish and you complete the whole quest. I don't know what was up with that though. But there you go. So you can get this armor for 500. You have this trophy fish, which is just a recolor. Or it may not even be a recolor. I feel like I have this fish. Maybe they added the stink to it? I feel like I have that fish. Maybe it is a different color. You have the shield, which I have these transmogs, which means they may come up from fishing as well. So you may not want to buy these. This is still the good one though. The diving suit. Oh, so great. There's also this hat here. Shark hat. We got a bag. We got another backpack. We got binoculars as an offhand. Or as a mace. A one-handed mace. Binoculars. So that's cool. You can also buy the thread I was talking about. And then, yeah, so one of these increases your perception. And then one of these increases your fishing skill. Alright, and these are attached to a thread through your fishing pole. I'll explain that in its own video. But that's for endgame fishing. Alright, but then they also have cooking recipes. A pitchfork, which I probably fished up. And then you can also get more journals, which you can then buy to increase your fishing skill to help you catch other fish. But I would focus on catching all the big fish on your main character, which I did already for the week, it looks like. And then for your alts, 70 plus, just head over here today or next Saturday or whenever you feel like fishing. Fish up a couple of fish, get your tokens, and then funnel them to your main tune. Alright? And I think this is going to be the last update this gets. And that's why it's a good time to get the video. But there is a mount. You can get a mount. I've already talked about it a bit. Okay, I'll just explain how to get it. So basically what you do to get the mount that's in the picture right here Derby Dash. That's what it's called. Alright. So what you do is you get the buff for the quest. You saw how I have an hour, right? And then you need to fish every single new fish. Alright? Which you'd want to do if you want to get all the tokens for the week anyways. But you need to go around and fish every fish up. Some of them take a little bit. Awakened Coelacanth requires you to have very good fishing, by the way. Pretty much max. But you can get it a little bit earlier. So to get that, you got to throw in 10 Whispering Stargazers into Ashkahet and then be able to fish, not garbage, and then you'll get the Awakened Coelacanth. Alright, and then all these other fish you'll probably get through going through the different pools until you get all the fish in the different pools. And like I said, with fishing, as you get fish, look, it begins to show me where I get the fish. Alright? And then these tell you about the pools. They tell you the recommended skill. So the fishing journal basically tells you all about fishing. It even tells you all about the Algari Weaver line. Algari Weaver line is crafted by tailors and binds to any fishing tool. And this is account wide. Alright? So, fishing this expansion I think is really good. Check this out today if you got time. If you don't, check it out next Saturday. If you really want that transmog, which I do because the trading post one is expensive, and now I got mounts to buy. I definitely want to get scuba gear. So, I may be running through alts today. Like I said, 70 plus. So, I gotta knock it out. Anyways, that's the video. That's the Mereldar Fishing Derby. As it is this Saturday. Maybe it'll get hotfixed next Saturday too. But I think it's good now. I think the rewards being character specific now, 10 a pop, and you being able to choose one from that stuff is really nice too. You can basically buy a ton of those pages and mail them over and max out someone else's fishing or max out your main's fishing to then do the mount. Oh, you just have to do this with the buff. You can do it on, you can try it on multiple tunes for the day. And yeah, if you want to complete the quest on a bunch of alts, then funnel the pages to a main to get their skill up so that they can get the Coelacanth. You can get this mount. Alright, there's a good strategy for that. It's a nice little mount. I got it when it was still a placeholder. What a great mount. If you like fish, that is. But yeah, that's the Fishing Derby. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.